Welcome back. It's now time for Midday Sports.
Jamaica's Reggae Boyz returned to the top of the standings in Group B following their 4-0 thumping of Bermuda at the National Stadium on Tuesday night in their CONCACAF Final Round World Cup qualifying return leg fixture. The Reggae Boyz went on a rampage in the first half, scoring 3 goals in an 11-minute period. It took an own goal in the 24th minute from Dante Leverock to give the Jamaicans the lead, but 2 minutes later, Bobby Reed made it 2-0 in favour of the hosts. Shamar Nicholson then scored from close range in minute 35 to make it 3-0. Substitute Dejon Richards, who was a last-minute addition to the squad following the injury of Damari Gray, scored the 4th in the 76th minute to wrap up the commanding win. With the victory, the Reggae Boyz moved to 9 points and the group summit, while Bermuda are out of World Cup contention, having lost all 4 games so far. Meanwhile, Curaçao, who briefly led the standings following their 2-0 win against Jamaica last Friday, were held to a 1-1 draw by visitors Trinidad and Tobago and are a point behind the Reggae Boyz. Trinidad and Tobago are third in the group on 5 points. In the meantime, Reggae Boyz head coach Steve McLaren says the injection of energy made a massive difference in their 4-0 win over Bermuda in their CONCACAF Final Round World Cup qualifier on Tuesday night at the National Stadium. The performance was the response McLaren was looking for following the team's 2-0 defeat to Curaçao on Friday night. He also singled out attackers Kaim Dixon, Ronaldo Cephas and Shamar Nicholson for what they brought to the game.
His work rate, we said to the players, there's nothing tactical, nothing about the way they played. It's just pure energy we need, and Kaim gives us that. Cephas was different, that he played and started the 2 games. And, we love Cadamartri, and now we've got Shamar Nicholson who's back to, what everybody knows Shamar Nicholson can do. And he had a great effect on the game and helped, not just an effect on the game individually, but helped the team in terms of how he pressed and his work rate, how he held the ball up. There was always a threat. He's in the box. And, he was unlucky not to score against Curaçao on 2 occasions. So, as I said before, the squad has concertina to...
The Reggae Boyz will next face Trinidad and Tobago away during the November FIFA window before closing out the final round of qualifying at home against Curaçao. All of the group winners are assured of a place at next year's FIFA World Cup. And the Reggae Girlz will kick off their 2025-26 CONCACAF Women's Qualification campaign on November 29 against Dominica at the Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium in St. Lucia in Group B. Also in the group are Guyana, Nicaragua, and Antigua and Barbuda. The CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers will be played across the 3 FIFA Women's International windows from November 2025 through to April 2026 and will serve as the preliminary stage of the 2026 CONCACAF Women's Championship. At the conclusion of the CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers, the 6 group winners will join the United States and Canada in next year's 8-team CONCACAF Women's Championship. Finally, national long jump record holder Tajay Gayle says he's enjoying life at Ricketts Performance Center after joining the club following his split with MVP Track Club last year. Gayle, who won silver at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo in the summer, had previously won 2 global outdoor medals while at MVP, including the 2019 gold in Doha. Speaking on the Sports Chambers podcast, Gayle explained why he felt the time was right to leave the Stephen Francis-led MVP.
I personally felt like MVP training was kind of getting too harsh for me. And I tried to explain it to the coach that I was having like a recovery issue. I mean, at the time I didn't know a recovery issue, but after I did my research, I could realize it was a recovery issue. So I was recovering fast enough into the next program. So it was a bit of a recovery issue. My body wasn't really adapting to the program anymore. And I was trying to explain to my coach, but it was kind of a miss. We never really had eye to eye, so I guess so we just call it quits, I guess.
Gayle, though, admits that he and Francis still share a good relationship and that it was the renowned coach who suggested joining the Curly Ricketts-led club. And that's it for your Midday Sports. I'm Renardo Brown.
Thank you, Renardo. And that's the Midday News Package. I'm Kerry and Simpson. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, good afternoon.